Hey guys, welcome back. So today we'll be converting improper fractions into mixed numbers. So let's look at our first example. Let's say we had the improper fraction 17 over 5. So remember, improper fraction is when the number on top is larger than the number at the bottom. So we're going to go ahead and turn this into a mixed number. I'm going to put my 5 on the outside and 17 on the inside. And we're going to go ahead and divide. 5 goes into 17 3 times. 5 times 3 is 15. 17 minus 15 is going to equal 2. So let's go ahead and write this as a mixed number. So first you have your quotient. Your quotient is your whole number. Next, you have your remainder. Your remainder is your numerator. And then you have your divisor. Your divisor is going to stay the same, and that's going to be your denominator. To check my answer and turn it back into an improper fraction, I'm going to multiply 3 times 5. This is going to give us 15 plus 2. You're adding 2 from here. This is going to equal 17. So you're going to get 17 over 5. And that's the same answer we received in our original problem. So we know this mixed number is correct. All right, so remember, your quotient is your whole number, and we're going to label that as QW. Your remainder is your numerator. We're going to label that as RN. Think of a nurse when you think of RN. And your divisor is going to be your denominator, and that's always going to stay the same, and that's going to be DD. So QW, RN, and DD as a shortcut. So let's look at this improper fraction, 23 over 8. So let's go ahead and convert. My 8 is on the outside, 23 is on the inside. 8 goes into 23 2 times. 8 times 2 is going to equal 16. 23 minus 16 is going to equal 7. 3 minus 6, you're going to have to borrow. This 2 is going to become a 1. This 3 here is going to become a 13. So now you have 13 minus 6, and that's going to give you 7. And then 1 minus 1 is 0. Your quotient is your whole number. So I'm going to write my 2 out here. Your remainder, like we have here, is going to be your numerator. So I'm going to write my 7 on top. And then your divisor is going to be your denominator. And that's going to be here at the bottom. So your mixed number is 2 and 7/8. And if you want to check your answer really quickly, let's go ahead and check. So we have 2 and 7/8. 2 times 8 is going to give us 16, plus 7 is going to equal 23. So your improper fraction, 23 over 8, which is the original fraction we started with. So we know this is the correct answer. Let's try 19 over 14. So my 14 is on the outside, 19 is on the inside. 14 goes into 19 one time. 14 times 1 is going to be 14. 19 minus 14 is going to equal 5. So we have our quotient, which is our whole number. So I'm going to write 1. Then you have your remainder as your numerator. That's going to be 5. And then your divisor is going to be your denominator. I'm going to write 14 under here. And this is your final answer. So let's look at this example here. We have 58 over 35. Let's go ahead and set this up. 58 is going to be on the inside. 35 is on the outside. 35 goes into 58 one time. 35 times 1 is 35. 58 minus 35 is going to equal 23. So let's go ahead and set this up. So first we have our quotient. That's going to be our whole number. This is our quotient here. This is going to be our whole number. Next, Rn is going to be our remainder, which is our numerator. This is going to be our numerator. And then you have your divisor, which is your denominator. So that's going to be over 35. So this is your final answer. And to check, remember, if you're going to check your answer, we're going to do 1 times 35 is going to equal 35. Plus 23 is going to equal 58. Your improper fraction is going to take you back to your original problem, which is 58 over 35. Let's try 7 over 4. So I'm going to go ahead and set up our problem. 4 is on the outside, 7 on the inside. 4 goes into 7 one time. 4 times 1 is 4. 7 minus 4 is going to equal 3. So let's go ahead and convert this over. So we have our quotient, which is going to be the whole number. Next, you have your remainder, which is your numerator. And then you have your divisor, which is your denominator. So your final answer is 1 3/4. Let's try 6 over 5. We have 6 on the inside, 5 on the outside. 5 goes into 6 one time. 5 times 1 is 5. 6 minus 5 is going to equal 1. So now let's go ahead and get this converted. So we have our quotient, which is our whole number. I'm going to write a 1 right here. Our remainder is our numerator. And then you have your divisor, which is your denominator. And this is your final answer. 33 over 10. So let's go ahead and set it up. 10 on the outside, 33 on the inside. 10 goes into 33 how many times? It goes in 3 times. 10 times 3 is 30. 33 minus 30 is going to equal 3. So my answer is going to be your quotient is going to be your whole number. Your remainder is your numerator. And then your divisor is your denominator. And this is your final answer. Let's try 22 over 3. 3 on the outside, 22 on the inside. 3 goes into 22 7 times. 3 times 7 is going to equal 21. 22 minus 21 is going to equal 1. We have our quotient is going to be the whole number. The remainder is going to be the numerator. And then your divisor is going to be your denominator. And this is your final answer. Let's try 67 over 8. 8 on the outside, 67 on the inside. 8 goes into 67 8 times. 8 times 8 is 64. 67 minus 64 is going to equal 3. So let's go ahead and set this up. We have our quotient, which is the whole number. The remainder is going to be your numerator. And then your divisor is going to be your denominator. And this is your final answer. Let's try one more example. 11 over 2. So my 11 is on the inside, 2 on the outside. 2 goes into 11 how many times? It goes in 5 times. 2 times 5 is 10. 11 minus 10 is going to equal 1. You have your quotient is your whole number. Got that. Your remainder is going to be your numerator. And then your divisor is going to equal your denominator. And this is your final answer. And remember to check, you're going to do 5 times 2. This is going to give you 10 plus 1 is going to give you 11. So this is going to be 11 over 2, which takes you back to the original problem. Okay? All right, so that is all for today, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.